turtle. I like turtle. I like turtle. I like turtle.
All right. What's happening, Turtle Riders? Give me 1 second here. I am just changing my mic and making sure. Okay. How's that sound? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. So can you guys hear me now? Is this all right? Cool. All right. Look, I'm on time. How about that, huh? So thank you, Suzanne. She gave me the first dono there for being on time. I noticed the crowd is smaller because people are used to me getting here at like 9:12. Who had 9:12 in the pool or 9:14? I'm here. I'm live. I just wanted to get started on time tonight. Try something new. Give that a shot. So good for me. All right. Welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen. Today's a big day. We crossed the 15,000 subscriber threshold today. We've been growing like crazy on this channel lately. I don't know what it is. Maybe the word is getting out. It's like the best content on the YouTube machine. So go ahead and smash that subscribe button. We are here every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday night at 9 o'clock. We were growing like 100, 200 people like a month for a while there. Now we're getting close to like 1,000 a month. So keep up the good work, folks. Keep joining, keep smashing that subscribe button. Hit that like button every time. Give us a big thumbs up if you can. I heard that helps. That's what they tell me with the YouTube machine. You know, it's a decent number, 15,000. It's bigger than some channels I know. It turns out when you have good content and you aren't relying on fat gamer nerds to talk about auditors all the time, people actually have a reason to tune into you. Interesting. Okie dokie. So I've also shared the link to this on the Turtleboy Sports Facebook page, as well as the Uncle Turtleboy Facebook page. Clarence Woods Emerson is suspended for 20 more days. He's been already suspended for 20, but he had to serve an extra 10 because they found something else he did that was against the rules. I might never get him back again. Who knows? But the other pages are growing pretty well. So like those pages, like them all. I've shared it on the Twitter machine, which is also growing. You can find me at Dr. Turtleboy or at Turtleboy Phone on Twitter. Either one of those will do. I've tweeted it out on the at Dr. Turtleboy account. And yeah, I remember when it was at 2,000, just like yesterday. Oh, big announcement too. On Thursday, we will be doing the Thursday night's episode is going to have the bracket reveal for Ratchet Madness. So I want you guys to start thinking about, and maybe we could talk about this at the end, who should be the 4 1 seeds this year. Last year, they were kind of obvious, some of them. It was Kylie Kirkpatrick was clearly a 1 seed. Who else was a 1? Obviously, K. Peter. We also had, there was a couple obvious ones last year. I forget. Nikki Evans won the whole thing. She was a 3 seed. So sometimes upsets happen, but really looking forward to this year. Think about who should be the top seeds, the 1 seeds. What are people saying? I think Monica Cannon Grant should definitely be in there. I think, wait, did I say something? Description says grill. Did I spell something wrong? Oops. Anyway, yeah. So let's get this party started, shall we, folks? All right. So what we're here to talk about tonight is the story I did yesterday that got a lot of views. So we're going to talk about it because it's an important. I'm fired. I was really fired up about this one. I really get really fired up about shit, but this topic in particular just really gets me fired up. I'm so sick of internet bullies masquerading as woke social justice warrior types. These are the same people that were 15 years ago. You often catch these people like on social media and Twitter and stuff. You go back and look at their old tweets. They're often calling people fags and stuff like that. Words that you're not supposed to use. Name calling. Unwoke words, if you will. And by the way, thank you, Chris. She says Giannetti and his teeth are the winner, no doubt. If you guys would like to donate, you can hit that cash button there. Donate whatever you want. Comes up on you can write whatever you want with your dono or get some shit in the store. You'll like it. But anyway, this woman, or back in the day, these people were, just bullies. Then somewhere along the way, it became uncool to use those words. Now what is cool on the interwebs is basically making mobs of woke people and just attacking innocent people who did nothing wrong simply to make yourself feel better. And they mask it behind this curtain, if you will, of being woke and, socially justice active, if that's a term. So it's all just bullshit. They're just mean-spirited people. And I want to send a message to these people and let it be known. I hope they go and they tell all their friends, if they have circles of friends that do this, like, game's over. Game's over. If you engage in this sort of predatory behavior on the internet and you attack innocent businesses, I will fight fire with fire. I will destroy you. That is what I'm going to do to you. And I won't feel bad about it because you deserve to be destroyed. I don't care if you're a mother of 3, if you're some teacher, which often these teachers we're seeing are some of the biggest bullies, and the nurses too. They're some of the biggest bullies out there. They're not nice people, and they like to pretend like they are, and I'm here to remind them just how shitty they really are. So let's talk about this story that happened last night. So the Black and White Grille, been there so many times. I highly recommend it if you're in the area. It's kind of in the middle of nowhere in like North Spencer, but it's like 20 minutes from my house. I can get there pretty easily. Holden people go there, Paxton people, you name it. Oakham, Rutland, Leicester, North Brookfield. You can get there to all those towns. Spencer, obviously, Charlton, whatever. It's really good food. They got a huge menu. I like it a lot. And I'm not just saying that because they were attacked. Like, it's in my rotation of restaurants that I get takeout from. It's worth the trip. Trust me. Now, I didn't even know this till yesterday. Thank you, Christine. I did not even know this till yesterday, but it is apparently owned by a Spencer cop. That was news to me. And they are big supporters of Ron Tarentino. Ron Tarentino, if you guys recall, it's actually been crazy to think about 5 years since this happened. Since Ron Tarentino he was an Auburn police officer who lived in Leicester. He used to be a Leicester cop too. He was gunned down during a quote unquote routine traffic stop by some piece of shit named Jorge Zambrano. And this was kind of in my like growing days with Turtleboy when this happened. And I don't know if you guys were around for the Ron Tarentino story, but on that day, like I got the intel about what happened. Like that was one of the big stories in Turtleboy history that really established us as like a news breaking outlet. I got intel that day from my sauces. My sauces told me that the officer that was shot and killed in Auburn, we woke up I remember that Sunday morning, we woke up to it. It happened. And I lived right near the Auburn line at the time. It was like a couple miles from my house. It was so close to home, and it happened. And I remember it happening. And I got a message from somebody that owned a tow lot. And they said, we towed a car 5 days ago. License plate matches the description of the car that the police are looking for that's associated with shooting Officer Tarentino. And so obviously they can run the plates. They give me the name. This name, it was a chick's name. And because Jorge Zambrano couldn't register a car, so it was in his girlfriend's name. I forget her name. She was actually in Ratchet Madness too. But I got the name. I put it out there that day on Facebook, and everybody was following Turtleboy because I had the updates. I had police messaging me. He ended up at a house in Leicester, or like the Leicester-Oxford line in a village called Rochdale. He was holed up in there all day, and there was a huge hostage situation. He was hiding in the house, and they knew he was in there. They had like freaking SWAT team outside. It was crazy, and I was getting and he was not going to surrender. He got shot and killed. They actually shot at a state trooper who entered the house too. And I was the first one to report he's dead. 100% dead. And so it turned out to all be true. And I was like live reporting it on the Facebook page. And that day we gained like 6,000 followers in one day on Facebook. Like it was a huge day. It was a huge story. And it's a terribly sad story too, because Ron Tarentino was a very well-liked police officer who had 3 boys. One was in high school still, and I think the other, like maybe one had graduated. One was like a senior. Watch the eulogy I put in this blog. I'll show you in a minute. It's one of the saddest things I've ever seen. But this was big news when it happened. This was before Mike Chestnut. This was before Sean Gannon. People forget about this one because this one is out in central Massachusetts, which obviously is forgotten about by a lot of people because people think we live in the middle of fucking nowhere. Thank you very much, Clarissa. Very kind of you. Thank you. People think we live out here in the middle of nowhere, but it's actually civilization. So going on, like they commemorate, they're close to him, right? Because the cop who owns this restaurant is in Spencer. It's right next to Leicester, and they basically support the Ron Tarentino Foundation. They put up on the day he died. Okay, Tarentino strong shirts. The Black and White Grille wrote, "Thank you to the crew that made it to the Tarentino road race. This is something very near and dear to my heart and my family's heart. Tarentino strong, thin blue line family." Now, this was back before Black Lives Matter this summer arbitrarily just decided, without asking anybody, that the thin blue line symbol was racist. The thin blue line flag's racist. Wasn't racist 5 years ago when Ron Tarentino was killed. They just arbitrarily decided this is racist because they don't want to see you fly it anymore. They hate police. It became fashionable this summer because of one cop in Minneapolis to just say all cops are bad, right? We should defund the police. And it was fucking madness when it happened. And every single fucking corporation in America, every NBA team, everybody just got on board. You had to get on board. Your kids' school sent out a goddamn email. And that's another thing we're ending. These fucking emails from your kids' schools about every time something bad happens that fits a left-wing narrative now, you get a goddamn email from your kid's school, don't you? Right? Oh, 8 people in Boulder, 8 people, not Boulder, not Bolden. No. 8 people in Atlanta were shot. 6 of them were Asian. Well, you're going to get an email about that. Capitol insurrection, you're going to get an email about that, about how to process that. 10 white people get killed in Boulder by some guy named Muhammad, or whatever his name was. Nah, you're not going to get an email about that one. You're not. Your schools, your kids' schools are going to be very selective now about the kind of emails that they send home that you need to talk about. And that shit needs to end, guys. If you ever I won't stand for it anymore when I'm on the Holden School Committee. I will not stand for that. There will be no emails at all. There will be no emails recognizing current events at all, ever. Because you don't get to just select and, pick and choose like, oh, this tragedy is like something that we need to talk about. This tragedy that happened 1,000 miles away. No. No more emails. No more emails. Just let me know what's the school lunch this week. That's your job. Your job is not to send home a thing about how I can lecture my kids about being a better, woker person for Asian Americans. That's not what we do here, okay? That's not what schools do. And you need to stop putting up with it. Workplaces, end it. I guess it's hard with workplaces because that's your boss. And that sucks that corporations are buying into this bullshit too. But with public institutions, put an end to it. Don't put up with it anymore. You get an email like that, we're going to start organizing mobs and fighting back using their tactics. Because as you guys can see, it works, doesn't it? There's a reason they do it. It works. And added bonus, it's fun. I had a great time yesterday watching these people take their pages down. It was really fun. I had a good time. I hope their day today was miserable because the people we're going to talk about tonight are horrible, horrible cunts. They're just awful people. And they deserve nothing. They deserved this. They needed this. So picking on freaking a restaurant for supporting Ron Tarentino. Give me a goddamn break. So this is last year or 2 years ago. Yesterday was an absolutely amazing day. So the Ron Tarentino Charitable Fund had another race. 800 runners showed up, and the Black and White Grille, of course, is a sponsor for that. This is one of the shirts that they have for some of their servers with the thin blue line flag and a Captain America symbol. He was a big Captain America fan, even though Chris Evans probably would hate his guts because Chris Evans is a fucking douchebag himself. He's Captain America, but that's another story for another day. So here's this woman. Her name is Rachel Garay, or Gary, whatever. She teaches in Franklin. Franklin's a nice town. I like Franklin. And, but it's not a very diverse town. It's not. But she lives in Milford, which, by the way, she claims is diverse, which I just started laughing at. Milford diverse. Why? Because you got 10 Brazilian people? You think that counts? Stop it. Stop it. Milford's diverse. Give me a break. Anyway, there she is in all the glory. Now, here's the thing. Her husband is African-American. which is great. I'm a big fan of marrying who you love. No one should be accused of riding white penis. If you like white penis, do your thing. Whoever you love, you love. However, you should never use your husband or your spouse as a token to push your woke agenda, which this woman seems to do a lot. A lot. So, this is what she wrote after the whole Black Lives Matter thing happened, right? Because you had to declare something back then. You couldn't just shut the fuck up and go on with your day. You couldn't just do that. You had to fucking say something. So this is what she writes. Some of you have asked me to share my post. I am reposting with a photo of Alex and Judah. Of course, she has to share a picture of them. I was polite enough not to put their picture in there because that's just embarrassing for them. Thank you for sharing. We need to do better. First of all, I almost want to go back to this time period and just screenshot the insanity of the things. What does that mean? We need to do better. What does that mean? How do I do better? What is that? Read Robin DiAngelo's book. Is that what you mean? What do you mean we need to do better? I don't need to do better. I'm doing just fine. Every day I wake up, how I fight racism? I just wake up every day and I don't be racist. Problem solved. And if I see racism too, I'll be like, dude, chill the fuck out. What are you doing? Like yesterday, for example, I checked someone's racism and I'm very proud of myself for this. I'm very woke. There was a commenter who went on one of their pages and he responded to one of the women on there. And she goes, you need to, I don't know if it was go back to where you came from or no, we don't like, she goes, I'm boycotting the black and white. And he goes, yeah, we don't want your kind around here anyway. I'm like, whoa. And I sent him a screenshot. I'm like, dude, I called him on a page. I'm like, your kind. That's what we're doing now. We're being like them. There's no such thing as your kind. Like, by the way, the woman was Asian. I go, maybe don't tell an Asian woman that we don't want your kind around here. And that's all you can do. And I sent the guy a private DM and he took it down. Problem solved. I didn't make him do it. But I'm like, that's a terrible look. What are you doing? You're kind. That's embarrassing. What are you doing? So that's it. Boom. Racism solved. I should honestly teach diversity training. I would be the best. I would actually fix racism in America. Unlike these diversity training companies who want to perpetuate racism so that they can keep selling you the cure to it. Don't you know? It's all part of the racism industrial complex. Me, I'm actually looking to fix racism, which nobody actually wants because racism employs way too many people. I've said it before and I'll say it again. If racism ended tomorrow, it would destroy the economy. Like millions of people would suddenly be out of work. What the hell would Dr. Kendi do for work? What the hell would Robin DiAngelo do for work? These people have no talent. They have no skills. Their entire existence predicates around the idea of racism thriving in our culture. Because without it, then what are they going to do? What are they going to talk about? Self-help? Life coaching? What are they going to do? Nothing. Anyway, so she goes on to say, please read this. I'm seeing way too many posts from white people on Facebook about how racism affects all races. No, it doesn't. Time out. Of course it does. Of course it does. Of course. We've all been subject to, I've been subject to racism before. She wouldn't know anything about that because she went to the Hopedale Public Schools where everybody's white. I went to the Worcester Public Schools where I was a racial minority at Sullivan Middle School and South High School. And I had to learn how to get along with and interact with people who didn't look like me and who made fun of me because I was white. I was really white too. I'm the blonde-haired, blue-eyed kid. I couldn't, like, Irish-looking kid. I stood out like a sore thumb going down the hallway. I told this story before. This kid, Tafari Lynch, came up to me, and he just, every day, he would pick on me in 7th grade. He would karate chop my books out of my hands, and he would smack me in the head. I never told on him or anything like that, because where was that going to get me? And I'm just like, whatever. Like, and then I ended up making the basketball team. He was on the team. We connected that way, and we were fine. He's probably in jail or dead now, but that's a different story. But you just learn how to interact with these people, you know? And they see you eventually they'll see you as human, and eventually you'll see them as human. But certainly racism happens to white people. It definitely happens to Asian people. It happens to Hispanic. It happens to everybody. Racism is just like, unfortunately, a part of life. And you just have to be like, dude, that's not cool. If you see someone being a racist, that's not cool. Not cool. And if somebody is racist, they're not like without, and I see somebody saying reverse racism. No, there ain't no reverse about it. It's just racism. Reverse racism suggests that racism is when somebody's racist to a person of color. No. Racism is when you are basically discriminatory against somebody because of the color of the skin, because you believe the color of the skin makes them inferior to you. That's what racism is. So there ain't no reverse. It's just racism. But anyway, this chick goes on. She says, I can honestly say that I have never experienced racist actions directed toward me because I am white. Oh, God. I have seen racism firsthand because I am married to a black man. Are you now? I had no idea. But it has not been directed towards me. That doesn't even make any sense either. If you were married to a black man and a racist person saw that, guess what? They would have a problem with you too. I don't know if you know that. Like, read up on civil rights. The white people that like went along with the Freedom Riders and shit, they got it even worse. Read a Mississippi burning. Right? They hated white Northerners that like didn't know their place and wanted to change Southern way of life. They didn't like them very much. They got it even worse. So that doesn't even make any sense to you. So I don't believe you. It was solely because of the color of my husband's skin. I automatically have privilege because of my skin color. Because I am white. No, you have privilege because you were born in Hopedale. That is your privilege. Your privilege is that you were born an American citizen, dear. If you were born white in Chechnya, or if you were born white in South Africa, or maybe South Africa's a bad example, but if you were born white in, I don't know, Appalachia somewhere, no. What privileges would come along with that? No dental care? Like, what privileges would that be? There are none. There's no privilege. It's so silly. But white people love to just throw them. See, I acknowledge my privilege. I'm one of the good ones. All you other people denying your privilege, that's just your privilege talking. You need to read some Robin DiAngelo. Yeah. So anyway, she goes on. I am not saying that other races, ethnic groups don't experience racism. You literally said that a minute ago. You literally said, no, it doesn't. What? But white people have the power, and therefore reverse racism isn't a real thing. Yeah, white people have power in places where there are white majorities. White people don't have power in Baltimore. That's for goddamn sure. They don't have power in, running the District of Columbia itself. They don't have power in Suffolk County. I mean, a white congressman was defeated by Ayanna Pressley there, right? Boston has a black mayor, a black congresswoman, several black members of the city council, right? They had a black police chief. What else do you want? You have a black district attorney. The whole system is run by black people. What race? What are you talking about? You're just making shit up. All this shit they're saying, these cookie cutter things that they read in the text, they read it on Vox or something, and they just they repeat. They've never thought any of this through. Like, is this true? No, they've never thought anything through. It just sounds good to say. So they repeat it so many times that they actually believe it. But when you actually examine the things that they're saying, you see that it's all just bullshit. It's made up. She goes on to say, I'm not saying reverse racism isn't a real thing. Yeah, we know. Okay. But please tell me, have you ever been pulled over for no reason? I feel like I've been pulled over for some bullshit reasons, to be perfectly honest with you. I do. I got pulled over by the Leicester police when we were, I was like 16. I think I told you guys the story before. I was 16 years old. We come back from the drive-through, and I bet you we were profiled because we looked like a bunch of idiots, stoners probably. I didn't even smoke that night, but the car smelled like weed, and they made everybody get out of the car, and they had to call in a fucking dog to search the place, and they were being really mean to us because they thought we had pot. Nobody had any pot. They delayed us. I missed my curfew. Thank you, Melissa. My mom was pissed. This was before there were cell phones. So yeah, I feel like there's been times I've been like, oh, that's bullshit. So this idea that like black people are the only people that are ever dissatisfied with the police. It's not true. I've been dissatisfied with the police several times before, to be perfectly honest with you. But that's just me. Maybe I just had a bad cop. I don't know. This idea that black people are just being pulled over for fun. It's all fucking made up. That's not true. There's no evidence to show that. None. Zero. They're making it up. Anytime you see something like that, call it out. But this was back when George Floyd happened and you weren't allowed to question any of this shit. Goes on to say, have you ever been told by your friend that you couldn't come over and swim in their pool because their mom thinks you're dirty because of the color of your skin? I'm calling shenanigans right now. That never happened, ever. There's no freaking way that her husband didn't get to go and swim at a friend's house because some racist mom was like, no, black people are dirty. Look at their skin. It's dirtier than us. It's going to come off in the pool. We can't have that. You have to buy more chlorine. No, that never happened, ever. I've had friends that have been like, my mom says you can't come over to the pool because like you're really loud and you're like a bad influence. And I got to do my homework and shit. I haven't done my summer reading. That's happened to me before. But nowhere has it ever been like, you know what? Your skin color might seep into the pool and you're dirty. Dirty, dirty, dirty. No, that just happened. That's just made up. Anyway, she goes on to say, have you ever been worried to meet the family of the person you're dating because you don't know how they'll react to the color of your skin? That's actually an interesting question. Now, I know people that have married interracially, and believe it or not, like the black in-laws can be just as racist, if not more racist than the white in-laws. Like I know people that like the black father-in-law didn't go to the wedding because he didn't want his daughter marrying a white boy. Now, if the reverse happened, that would be like, oh. But I feel like old black men like that can kind of get away with that a little bit because it's old school. And I mean, it sucks. It's racist. But what are you going to do? That's dad. Dad's a little bit racist. Dad's old school. So no, I don't. If I was dating, like, let's be honest here. Let's be real for a moment. If you were dating interracially, if I was dating a black chick, right? And yeah, it would be different. It would certainly be different. Like going and meeting the family, like because you're used to like, if you've only dated white girls or boys or whatever, and then you go to their house and you meet the family, like that's what you're used to meeting, white people, a house of white people, right? Meeting a house of black people, I'm not gonna lie, I would feel different. I would be more nervous. I would be nervous that I would say the wrong thing. That's what I'd be most nervous about. I would be walking on eggshells, being like, please don't say anything that could possibly be construed as racist. Don't fuck up. Like, I'm not racist, but like, I hope I don't say something that like comes across the wrong way because I got a big mouth. You know what I mean? And I know a lot of other people would feel that way too. It would be different. Like, be honest. But that's okay. You get over it rather quickly. Once they've integrated you into the family, you'd be okay. So anyway, let's go on. It goes on to say, have you ever been afraid to leave your house without your family? Blah, blah, blah. She posted it 5 million times. Okay. My husband has experienced all of those things. So she's using them. Please educate yourself and be part of the solution. What does that mean? Not part of the problem. Stand up for injustice. Okay. How do I do that? Like in my regular stand up for injustice? What that doesn't mean anything. And she shared it a bunch of times. Anyway, this is what she writes on the Black and Whites page. She writes, I don't normally do this, but please do not support this business. We were here to enjoy the outdoor igloos this afternoon after going to Sturbridge Village. Oh, so that's why she was in the area. I was wondering, what the hell is this chick doing in goddamn Spencer if she's from out in Franklin? So they went to Old Sturbridge Village, which is pretty close to Spencer. And then they stopped there afterwards and check it out. Okay. And she goes, we are seated right near the sewage system and got to enjoy the horrendous smell of sewage. That's a different story. We'll talk about that later. But she goes on. They also have their staff wear Blue Lives Matter t-shirts. When I asked our server what the shirts meant, she was very clear that her shirt meant Blue Lives Matter. We don't need that reminder, as it's quite obvious that police lives matter. Is it? Is it really? However, Black Lives Matter too. That's not evident. I mean, how fucking blind are you to say something at the end there? It's not evident. Bitch, where were you this summer? Where were you this summer? Did you miss that all? Did you miss the Netflix fucking, every time you turn on a fucking show, you got Black Lives Matter shoved down your goddamn throat? Did you miss that? Did you miss every corporation in America giving you a PSA about how they're anti-racist? As if I give a fuck what Captain Crunch thinks about racism. Right? I got Elmo. Elmo's lecturing my goddamn kids about racism. Elmo! Black Lives Matter. Oh, that wasn't evident. Right. How fucking disingenuous do you have to be to say something so ignorant as that? She knows that's bullshit. She knows that's bullshit. She knows how powerful fucking Black Lives Matter is. They got the fucking Vice President of the United States contributing to their goddamn bail fund. So please spare me this bullshit that poor Black Lives Matter is like this upstart little group that doesn't get any respect around here. And no, we don't all know that Blue Lives Matter because blue lives are constantly censored. The website Blue Lives Matter got deplatformed by their hosting service because of, and they had to find a new hosting service because of George Floyd, because that had to do with that for some reason. God, I can't call her because she took her page down. I win. These are the traumatic shirts. Okay. They don't have to wear them. I contacted them and I interviewed them about this. And I said, they go, no, we do not make our servers wear that. We don't make them. They have options, shirts they can wear. Their colors are black and purple usually. So a lot of them have the purple stripe, but they made the blue ones for the Tarentino thing. And, yeah, so this is what there's nothing wrong with those shirts. Like, those are cool shirts. So anyway, this is when I really get pissed off is the fucking mobs. And I talk about like bravery. Bravery isn't, and speaking out injustice is not joining the mob. Speaking out against injustice is speaking truth to power and telling the mob that they've gone too far. And that's what I do for a living, is I say the things that other people are thinking, and I stand up for the little guys who are getting picked on. It's so easy to join a woke mob because you feel there's no danger in this, and there's no risk until now. Now there is because of me, but until Turtleboy, there was no risk to joining a woke mob. Like, what was the risk? You're not going to lose your job by being woke. It's safe to do this. It's safe to hurt innocent people who did nothing wrong. It's dangerous to stand up for those people. But guess what? You can't cancel me. I'm uncancelable. So I have the ability and the luxury and the privilege, the cancel privilege, to cancel you. That's what I do now. You don't cancel me. I cancel you. These two women, all these people who started coming after them yesterday, I canceled all of them. They're canceled. They're done. And if they come back, I'm going to cancel them again and again and again. Every single one of them. The Mansfield teacher, she's getting canceled. I'm canceling her nonstop. You don't just move on. Like, I never forget. I never forget who's on my list. And these people, they're all on my list. So Jeffrey Chafee says, interesting that it's called black and white. Sounds more like blue and white. Oh, nothing gets by that guy. Nothing gets by that guy. A lot of jokes over there. Who else we got? Deb Jetty says, they will not be getting my business. Sorry you had this experience. Let me start pulling these people up and calling them. I'm just going to call them all. Deb Jetty, because I hate them all. Deb Jetty. So she's got her page up. Yo. Okay. Call her. Deb there. No answer. Okay. Probably not going to get it. I can't friend request anymore It's easy when I friend request these people. They're more likely to see my messages, but because I'm suspended, I can't do that. Oh, well. Another one, Patrick Alexis says, wow, why bring politics to the workplace, especially when you're serving customers? You would have been wrong if you wore your Black Lives Matter shirts to the restaurant. Shake my head. First of all, no, you wouldn't have. Like, if you wore your Black Lives Matter shirts to the restaurant, they would have just served you food because that's what you're the customer. You're there to eat the food. Shut the fuck up and eat the food. It's really good. You'll like it. Don't worry about, is this person blue? And they're not there's nothing political about supporting the family of Ron Tarentino. There's nothing political about that. If you think there is, then you're the problem. You're the problem. Shannon says, never been there, but I hate it already and never will. Well, good, because guess what, Shannon? I've never met you, but I hate you already. And so does everybody else. Everybody hates you, including your boyfriend or husband, whatever you call him. He hates you too. He hates being married to you. He thinks about other women all the time, because you're miserable, okay? You bring him down. And he has to pretend like he's this woke person, so you'll give him a blowjob every other month. That's your marriage. That's your relationship, okay? But everybody hates you. And I'm the guy who's here to tell you that because God knows he's not going to do it. But guess what? Every time you go to sleep, he's turning over and he's fapping away. Trust me. Trust me. He goes on. Next one. So sorry. So sorry for what? This is infuriating. What the fuck's infuriating you about? What do you have to be sorry about? Sorry you had to deal with that. Deal with what? What did they brought you a fucking chicken sandwich? That's it. What did you deal with? Jesus Christ. Goes on to say, thank you, Karen Parnell. I was furious. We still left the server a good tip with a little note that Black Lives Matter too. Oh, I didn't notice it. The thing about Black Lives Matter is they hate it when any attention is given away from them. They secretly hate this whole like Asian people thing that's going on right now. Oh, they hate it. Nobody hates the idea that Asian people are being persecuted more than Black Lives Matter, because now the focus is no longer on them. It's on Asian people. And like, fuck, we're the victims. Who the fuck is beating up these Asian people? Cut the shit. Cut the shit. People got to donate to us. Fucking Asian people taking attention away from us. They hate it. They hate it so much. It goes on to say, and says, I left a good tip. Shut up. Get over yourself. 2. Black Lives Matter 2. Okay. Thank you, dear. I needed to be reminded that she is probably being exploited by the owner and is just saying what she has been told, say, to keep her job, as if it's not possible for this person to support the concept that Ron Tarantino's life mattered. Yeah. Fucking crazy, right? Yeah. Awesome. Karen writes, you're probably correct about the server being told what to say and do by the owner. Ugh. So awful for you, Rachel. Sending love. Sending love. Ugh. So sorry that happened to you guys. So sorry. Oh my God. Oh my God. And she was so upset. She was upset. This is another funny thing she commented on. I thought it was funny. She goes, we went to Sturbridge Village and they had outdoor igloos. We were excited. Not really the experience we were looking for. We should have asked you first. I'm so naive. Oh my God. So naive. We live in a pretty diverse town. Milford. It's very diverse. Milford. So Alex doesn't experience outright racism too regularly, as if racism doesn't occur in diverse places, right? Never. No. Not Milford. No. So I am shocked when it happens. I asked him why he got upset, and he said he would be upset all the time. I highly doubt he said that. He's probably just like, dude, shut the fuck up. I haven't seen him post once about any of this shit. Just her. Speaking for him. And guess what? He hates you too. They cannot stand you. Especially now that you've brought this family great shame. That you've used his son, as a prop for woke points. Like, what was the purpose of posting this? To hurt a business and like also gain woke points. I mean, this is let's watch this for a couple seconds. I can't even watch too much of this, but remember, this is what they object to. I'm gonna change it 1 sec.
I know Dad loved you a lot, more than anybody. Same with you guys, all of you. I'd like to, say something that I know a lot of you guys are thinking, and that's that police officers, and actually my Nana said this, police officers deserve so much more respect than they get.
This is a great speech. You guys watch this?
You guys do one of the hardest jobs in the world, and people are so disrespectful.
People are so
and
disrespectful.
My dad's not go in vain, and that something good comes out of this, and that people realize that they need to start realizing and addressing police officers for everything that they do. I can't do anything but hope that obviously something good comes out of
Can you guys hear this?
Second, I'd like to talk about how great my dad was as a father. And I speak for both my brothers in saying that he was not only my dad to live, and
it gets heavy,
I kept
man.
saying to myself, like, a number of you have made him quite happy in his life, and around the world, everybody who's supported us, thank you very much.
Imagine having to do this, give your father's eulogy like that with your two brothers right there. Like, that is the saddest fucking thing I've ever seen in my life. Awful. I mean, Jesus Christ. Can't even, man. And while you're watching that, just understand that Rachel Garay saw that video and is like, fuck those people. And that is why she's evil. That is why she needed to be exposed. She disrespected that family. She spit on their fucking father's grave. She's an evil, stupid cunt who needed to be put in her place, so I fucking put her there, didn't I? And I bet she feels really fucking stupid now, because she should. She should. And what if Rachel Garay had any class at all, when she came back to Facebook, and I would accept this if she did this, if she came on Facebook and said, I am so sorry from the bottom of my heart, I'd like to apologize to the Black and White Grille and the Tarentino family. I had no idea. I'm not from around here. I have no idea that symbol on that shirt specifically was about Ron Tarentino. I foolishly fell for the lie this summer that supporting that the thin blue line thing was some sort of right-wing racist symbol. I was lied to by the media, and I'm so sorry for that. Now, after reading Turtleboy, the blog that shamed me, I feel so stupid. I feel so dumb. And I watched his son Spencer give that eulogy with his two brothers there. And I broke down in tears because it was so powerful. And I didn't even think about them. That, by the way, he was killed by a person of color who should have been in jail. That is who we should be protesting, are these judges who allow people like Jorge Zambrano and these district attorneys like Joe Early, who allow people like Jorge Zambrano to just be on the streets and harm police officers. It's happened all the time. That's a theme. Every single one of these cops, Gannon, Chestnut, they've all been shot by people who should have been in jail, who had good reason to be in jail, but judges let them go. That is who Black Lives Matter, and everybody should be protesting. The common enemy, judges. But they don't want that. Black Lives Matter believes the opposite. They believe that we incarcerate too much, which is absolutely insane. If you look at Jorge Zambrano's rap sheet, absolutely insane. So if this woman came on and she apologized, I would accept her apology because I'm a forgiving person, right? I believe in redemption. I believe people make mistakes and they do stupid shit. And if they make it right, then we should accept their apologies. I do. I believe this idiot is fucking like blinded by Black Lives Matter, which is an evil, racist organization, a terrorist organization, domestic terrorist organization. And she has been brainwashed with critical race theory, which is evil and divisive. And this is the product of it. This is the result of what critical race theory manifests itself as. This is why it needs to be fought everywhere you go. Everywhere you go. We have to go on the offensive against this shit. And yeah, this woman needed to hear this. Nobody's ever told her this before. And I did. And I made her look stupid. And like 50,000 people have read this blog. And she should be embarrassed and ashamed of what she did. And I hope, part of me hopes the human being in her realizes that. And if she's watching, I'm like, look at people make mistakes. You fucked up, but you need to own your mistake and you need to make a real public apology about it. And I will take the dogs off then, period. I'll write a follow-up blog and say, she's cool now. But don't think you're just going to go take your Facebook page down for 2 weeks and come back when the coast is clear. And I'm going to let up because I'm not going to. Understand that, Rachel. You are the enemy right now. You need to be punished, okay? What you did was evil. What you did was wrong. You disrespected that family. You hurt a business. You tried to hurt a business. You failed miserably, by the way, because yesterday the Black and White was flooded with people. And I anticipate it being for quite some time moving forward. Because that's what I do. I stimulate the economy. Keep in mind, these businesses have already been hurt bad enough by the same politicians who supported Black Lives Matter, who shut them down. And so she also went on the Yelp, which is a little bit more serious. And then she had this other bitch, this cunt, 6th grade science teacher, Carol Allen. Look at this old racist hag. Look at her. God. Evil, 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 evil. Carol Allen goes on, who's never been there before, who's also a 6th grade teacher in Franklin, and says, making your employees wear Blue Lives Matter t-shirts is racism, pure and simple. First of all, they didn't make them do it. Second of all, if they did, that's not racism at all because there's nothing racist about it. It's a job. The job can make you wear any shirt you want, anything, period. And it ain't racist. And you never ate there, so you shouldn't be giving them reviews anyway. I will never eat at this place. Good. Because I'm not quite sure about this, but I'm pretty sure the Black and White Grille has a very strict no cunt policy. So you can't get by the front door anyway. You're banned. Goodbye. Post it on my other social media pages as well. And this is what, thanks for the support. Thanks for the support. Support of who? Who's being supported here? You're bullying. These people are calling their bullying support. Hurting this, I'm supporting. Who are you supporting? Who's being supported here? Certainly not the restaurant. Certainly not your Black husband. He's not being supported in all this. How is this helping him? How is this eliminating racism? It's not. Would you dare say anything to management? People keep texting me. Would you dare say anything to me? Because like, what else are we getting here? People are messaging me. If it's about Giannetti, okay, I don't even care. We can talk about Giannetti afterwards. I want to do my rant on this, Giannetti. Would you dare say anything to management about how unwelcome you felt? How dare they politicize their employees? I left a 1-star review. Anyway, you go on this chick's thing, and she's posting about like goddamn coronavirus, about how scared she is of coronavirus and not wanting to go to work, which, by the way, is a racist policy. I've been over this before. Remote learning is racist. It hurts Black kids more than it hurts white kids. It does. It hurts kids who come from poor socioeconomic conditions than it does wealthy kids, because wealthy parents, their parents can get them tutors and shit. They'll be fine. They'll be fine. And studies have shown this. So if you are a white teacher who is against remote learning, you're a racist. And I'm fucking sick of it. And this is what we all need to start doing. Notice I'm starting to amp this up. I'm just calling them all white nationalists. That's all I'm doing. If I don't like you from now on and you do something like this, I'm just going to call you a white nationalist, because that's I didn't make the rules up. These are the rules now. And they don't know what the fuck to do. White nationalist? I've spent the last 6 months trying to prove to the world I'm not. And then you call me that anyway. What do I do now? Everything I did was fucking futile. They love it. Just keep doing shit like that. Anyway, what else did she post? She posted about the goddamn Menden. Remember this insanity over the summer when the Mendentown drive-in had to close and Phantom Gourmet was like boycotted because their owner, Dave Andelman, the CEO, and he had to resign because he started making satirical things about this. These were funny. Twin Drive-In and Marshfield Drive-In will show the Garth Brooks concert. Hope trolls who tried to stop me from opening legally and safely are gaggling on their popcorn. If the people who fought to defend, to create and defend this country knew politicians and police were taking a knee after looting in major cities while millions of law-abiding citizens were denied the right to make a living, they jam bayonets in their own heads. It's fucking true, and it's hilarious. And this guy was canceled. Like, I feel like if you say that now, you wouldn't be canceled that much. But June 2020 will go down in history as like one of the most dangerous times to ever for free speech in American history. That month. Ooh, good luck. Good luck. And by the way, the Chauvin trial is going on right now. Let's take a vote right now. First vote we'll take on this, okay, is do you think he will be found guilty or not guilty of whatever degree murder he's being charged for? Give me a 1 if you think he's going to be found guilty. Give me a 2 if you think he's going to be found not guilty. Go ahead. I'm actually curious to hear what you guys have to say about this. Have you guys been following this trial? Two people are saying, okay. Oh, a lot of people are saying 2, huh? 1s, definitely some 1s. Okay, now it's evening out. Okay, so it looks about 50-50, right? I would say there, 50-50, people are saying. So that's what you think is going to happen. Now, question number 2, do you think Derek Chauvin should be found guilty of whatever degree murder he's being charged with? Vote 1 if you think he should be found guilty. Vote 2 if you think he should be not guilty. I'm generally curious what you guys have to say. Because when this first happened, I mean, public opinion has changed on this since then. We found more stuff out. Pretty much everyone agreed he was guilty at first, but I feel like that's changed. So again, vote 1 for guilty, vote 2 for not guilty. Let's see. A lot of 2s coming in here. Man. Wow. Most people are saying 2. So I would say about 75% of people so far are saying they think he should be found not guilty. Whereas about 50% of people think he'll be found not guilty, which means a lot of you guys, you might think that like he's not guilty, but the jury's going to feel pressured into voting for guilty anyway. Now it's all going to come down to, I mean, I've been following this trial. It's going to come down to like, it's all the jury, you know? Will the jury be swayed by emotion, which is clearly what the prosecution is going for? Or will they be swayed by the toxicology report, the evidence and stuff like that, that the defense is going to provide with this? I don't know. But all I know is, if he's found not guilty, everything's going to burn. We're going to have this all over again. They're going to be like, no justice, no peace. But guess what? If he's found not guilty, that's justice. I hate to break it to you guys. A trial with a jury that the defense and prosecution both agree upon, and they find you not guilty, that's also justice. What they want is lynching. They want lynching. They want like anything but a guilty verdict, and the maximum punishment is insufficient to them. But if the facts if you can't prove it beyond a reasonable doubt, if they overcharge them because they want to be woke, well, whose fault is that? So I don't know. I mean, the thing about this, and we could do a whole show on this about that, is like he had so much fentanyl in the system. If you watch that video, George Floyd is fucked up. He's kind of like I'm not going to lie, George, if he was alive today, I would watch like a George Floyd spinoff show. His voice, he's funny. He was funny. Is that bad to say? He was entertaining. Like his voice, the way he talked was fun. Like I bet you it'd be fun to hang around. But unless you were pregnant and he robbed you, then it wouldn't be that fun. But he's clearly fucked up on shit. Clearly. And he was driving around like that. What if he hit somebody? Like he resisted from the beginning and he said, I can't breathe like immediately. Like when he could clearly breathe. So like when it was like he should have got off his neck, obviously. But when you constantly say I can't breathe, and then that time comes when you actually can't breathe, they don't believe you. I mean, it's boy who cry wolf, you know? The knee on the neck needs to go. The thing about that is that, like, that's common practice. Like, that is actually taught in the academy. Now, he's like really digging his knee into him. It just looked bad. The whole thing was fucked up. Like, the whole time you're watching that, like, just get off his fucking neck. You know what I mean? And clearly, like, Chauvin, when he's watching that, he was almost like, the more people told him not to, the more he did it. So I don't know. It's a tough one. It's a tough one. It all comes down to what the jury's going to believe and whatever. But we could talk about that another day. So anyway, this chick's posting all this shit about Dave Annelman, whining about it. And, she also posts there, my coworker is a white woman who married to a black man. They have a son. This is their story. And then this chick comes in, Jessica Pink. Oh, I hate her. Jessica Pink says, helped with a 1-star review on Yelp. Thank you, Jessica Pink. Is she still up? Did she take her page down? I hope not. I hope she did. Let's see. Jessica Pink. Seems to be gone. Oh, wait. No, is that it? She's gone. Okay. Mission accomplished. So she's gone, but she's also a teacher in Westwood who coaches field hockey in Hopedale. There she blows. Oh, these fucking bullshits. Look at it. I mean, what is up with teachers too? What is with this profession? Now, I bet you not all teachers. I bet you there's some teachers in Franklin that just like go to work every day, do their job, and just like discuss, just shake their heads when they see shit like this. Because I taught at Shepherd Hill. I didn't see a lot of teachers like this. Like, I did not know the profession was filled with. Most teachers I interacted with were just regular people going about their day, doing their job. We were all frustrated by the same bullshit. Parents, kids, principals, shit like that. So I don't see this. Like, don't think that the public schools are a total loss. They're not. That most of the teachers are fine. Like, my kid's teacher is not, like, they're fine. Don't abandon the people always saying, get your kids out of the public schools. No, what kind of losing strategies for that? The public schools belong to us. They belong to the public. I pay taxes for them. I'm not abandoning them. I don't leave things. You leave things. I don't get canceled. I cancel you. Abandon the public schools. Stop it. You own the public schools. They're yours. Fight for them. Demand better of them. If the principal is doing some woke bullshit like this, contact the superintendent. If the superintendent has their back, then you contact the school committee. And if the school committee won't do something about the superintendent, then you run for the school committee and you get on there and you do something about it. That's what I'm doing. That's what everybody should be doing. You can't complain about shit and be like, well, I'm just going to pay for the private schools. I'll show them by spending $10,000 a year to send my son to Zavarian. Oh, yeah. You showed them all right. Yeah, they give a shit. They give a shit about that. No. Don't abandon these places and let them become communist factories. Fight for them. They're yours. They belong to you. Thank you. Thank you. Fight back. Exactly, Suzanne. So anyway, this chick, there she is with all her. I mean, I looked at her sorority pictures. She's in a sorority, of course. I didn't see a single black chick in any of these pictures. Like, this is the whitest thing I've ever seen in my life. Look at all these white kids. And not that there's anything wrong with that, but just don't lecture me about the virtues of diversity if I can't find any diversity on your page whatsoever. If you spent your entire life avoiding diversity, you don't get to have opinions about race or diversity. Nothing you say matters on that subject, okay? And by the way, she also Jessica Pink shut down her Metro West Storm Field Hockey Club. Good. Cancel culture works. I hope her club and her business there gets destroyed. It should. She deserves to be destroyed. She's an evil person who did something terrible, and she hurt a business that she's never stepped foot in because her friend told her to. Because they support dead police officers and their families. Oh, no. And they decided that business needs to be destroyed for that. Yeah, you're a bad person for doing that, and your business gets destroyed. That's the thing. The black and white's going to thrive now. And that's the thing about cancel culture. People whine about cancel culture a lot. No, we need to weaponize cancel culture. I'm thriving off of cancel culture, to be honest with you. Like, look at my subs. They're growing every week. Every week. Turtleboy gets bigger and bigger and bigger. Why? because I fight cancel culture, right? I become it. I fight it though. I weaponize it. I use it against them because people hate cancel culture. They hate it, and they're thirsty for fighters. They're thirsty to see people that will stand up to the douchebags, and that's what I do. And that's why all you are here. That's why the show grows every single week, because nobody else is doing that, baby. It's great. Telling you, I love you people. Like, that's why Tucker Carlson is the highest rated show in cable TV history, because people love a fighter. They love somebody that's going to go out there and get their hands dirty and speak for them and be their voice, because we're sick of being called racist. We're sick of seeing our favorite restaurants get attacked for no reason at all. Fuck them. Anyway, that's them. Hopefully she learned her lesson. But any of these people that trust this restaurant, again, Turtleboy is merciful. Turtleboy is kind. I will offer them redemption and forgiveness if they show true contrition. So just understand that. Okay. Why don't we take any? I haven't kept up much with the comments. Anything you guys want to talk about? Okay, this is a good question. This is a really good question from Emma Lee. How? We are in one of the bluest states. The teachers are liberals and are allowed and encouraged to teach our children. Okay. Totally understand where you're coming from, and I agree to a degree. For instance, like, I see Elizabeth Warren there, right? And I see the ridiculous bullshit she says. And she goes along with all this. And guess what? You can't do anything about Elizabeth Warren. She's there as long as she wants that seat. She'll always have that seat. You can run against her all you want. You're going to lose if you're a Republican. You cannot beat her. That's statewide, though. In your local community, it's different. If you live in Cambridge or Somerville, you're just fucked. I would abandon Somerville. That's one thing. They let the commies have their commie areas. They can have Somerville. They can have Cambridge. They can have Lowell. They can have most of Boston. Everything except West Roxbury they can have. They can have, you name it. But they don't get to have Taunton. And they don't get to have Peabody. And they don't get to have, Haverhill. And they don't get to have Holden. They don't get to have these. They can have Springfield and Holyoke. You can have them in Northampton and Amherst. I'm not going to fight you for those. You can't win there. But in your local areas, in Mansfield, yeah, you can fight back in Mansfield. It's liberal, but it ain't that liberal. I'm sure there's plenty of people in Mansfield who voted for Donald Trump. That whole area down there. Even Fall River is winnable. Fall River is not as woke as some of these other places are. And they elect, they're corrupt as shit. They'll give you but Jazel Correa, did you ever, as horrible as Jazel Correa was and as corrupt as Jazel Correa was, did you ever once hear him virtue signaling about woke bullshit? That was not his thing. His thing was strippers and stealing money and extorting money from the taxpayers. That was his thing, in fairness. And honestly, I almost prefer that than some woke. And that's why, the recall, he won. Because they're yeah, but at least he ain't woke. Yeah, so he's fucking stealing money and banging strippers and stuff, but at least he's not woke. They appreciate it. Fall River's a blue-collar town like that. You can't win in places like Hingham, though. You got to abandon. Those ones suck. But Braintree, Weymouth, those are still doable, those ones. I could make a list sometime of doable places. So if you live I would recommend living in a town or an area in which the commies haven't taken over completely yet. And there's still people there with the brain in their heads. Providence is a great example. Providence is run by communists now. That's what they are. They're commies. But Buddy Cianci wasn't a commie. He was just a corrupt gangster, which is preferable, quite frankly, to a commie. All right, here's the next question. The outcome of Big Black Jeffrey. I have Zoom court with that tomorrow. I got it Zoom. I won. So I don't know if I can give you out the Zoom code for that. I don't know if I want to turn into a circus. Maybe I should. I don't know. But I will be there on the Zoom court at 11 a.m. tomorrow. Let's see. Did you see all the Mexican border counties, basically Hispanic, Colerain, and how it was amazing, those towns. All those towns, overwhelmingly, 2-1 Trump. There's just small counties down there. But yes, they did, because those are the ones that are firsthand seeing the effects of illegal immigration in this country. It's not good. And it's crazy, the border crisis that's happening right now. that is just being encouraged by Joe Biden. Well, Joe Biden's seen as weak, and they're like, well, this guy's going to let us in. Trump's there. No. He's going to send us back. Fuck, nah, don't bother. We'll wait till a Democrat gets in office. That's literally what they do. Thank you. Maybe I'll post the Zoom link tomorrow. I'll let you know. It's in Springfield Court, District Court. All right, other questions you guys have? Trump won? No, he didn't. He lost because of mail-in voting. It's okay. We agree mail-in voting sucks, but I'll tell you, and you want to know a good example of what to do with that? Look at Georgia. Georgia's doing what I said they should have done. Instead of whining about Dominion voting machines, which is a losing strategy, they ain't going to win, you can actually fix the problems. Like the problems are that, you have like same day voting and registration and all these things that Democrats use to rig elections and win elections. Just outlaw them. If you have the power to in your state, if you have a Republican controlled legislature, which Georgia has, and a Republican governor, which Georgia has, outlaw all that shit. It's not voter suppression. That's what they call it. Voter suppression. No, it's not voter suppression. It's just making it fair because you motherfuckers rigged it. And they didn't rig it. Like the Trump strategy was all wrong. The Trump strategy was like Dominion voting machines and like crazy fucking conspiracy theories they couldn't prove. It's like, no. The problem is you allowed this fucking system to exist in the first place that handed the election to them. It wasn't Dominion voting machines. What a losing fucking strategy that was. Thank you, Nicole. You got it right. All right. Anything else, guys? Yeah, there's a lot of film companies in Georgia, too. I mean, all these people talk about boycotting. Good, let them. Fuck them. Fuck them. Hold it there anyway. The Masters is my favorite. Trying to cancel the Masters. Good luck with that. You'll see, TV. No, I won't. I'm 100% right. You're wrong. And that's why you use a fake name, Patriotic. Because you know that you would look stupid saying these things. I feel you, though. It's okay. I'm right. You're wrong. You watch me because you know I'm right about everything, period. Mike G got 0 sauces. Hashtag justice for Lisa Ainsley. God bless her. God bless her. We all want justice for Lisa. He's posting crazy shit these days. He is he live right now? He said he was going live at 9. Thank you. I love you too, man. I love you too. How is March Madness going? So Gonzaga, I told you guys, Gonzaga is the best, the most, I don't know if they're the best college basketball team of all time, but they are the most dominant. I've never seen a team this dominant. Like if they lose, it'll be the biggest fucking upset ever. I assume Michigan's playing right now. I think Michigan's going to wax UCLA, and that's a hell of a Final Four. 3 1 seeds and a 2. Houston against Baylor and the other one. The Baylor Bears yesterday, they're not that exciting of a team, but they just know how to win, man. They were up like 6-8 that whole game, and they just kept them at bay. It was like methodical. Like Baylor is fucking efficient. Houston I like a lot because they got my guy Dejan Giroux, who went to UMass for 1 year and transferred, and Bryson Gresham. And I'm rooting for Houston, and they wear the short shorts. I respect that. The short shorts need to come back. It makes no sense, these long fucking shorts. So I'm rooting for Houston. I want to see Houston Gonzaga in the finals. But that's it's cool to have no legacy teams, you know? North Carolina's not in it. Duke's not in it. Kentucky's not in it. The usual suspects are not there. A new team is going to win the tournament this year, as long as UCLA doesn't get in. But a new team, like Gonzaga's never won. Baylor, I don't remember them ever winning. Houston hasn't won since Olajuwon was there. And Michigan always makes the Final Four. They never win it, though. They haven't won it since Glenn Rice. So it's cool. I'm a big fan of this year's tournament. Anything else? Yeah, Duke didn't make the tournament. Neither did Kentucky. A lot of cool, like the usual suspects didn't make it this year. Yeah, who did Texas Tech lose to this year? They lost to, you guys made the last championship. The last time there was a championship, you guys were in it. You lost to You lost to Virginia. Yeah. Wait, so what do you say? What's what am I gonna mess? So Hackett. So he's like talking crap, but he won't go live. Oh God, this pussy. He's talking about. Let's call up Giannetti. We're calling him real quick. Let's call him. How's the adoption going? Good. I'm gonna get his. He's gonna be my son soon. By the way, he's posting videos of his son. It's like fucked up. Yeah, check this out. Share screen. Look at this shit.
No one's gonna ever take you. All right, God willing. Yeah, and God we trust. Get you Christian? Yeah, well, I get you Christian.
Go to his Insta. I don't have it. I don't know where that video came from. But he's posting saying I'm a sex offender, all this bullshit. He did another video. I have it right here. Yeah, check this video out.
All right, my other phone died. Come on, we need some people. This is bombshell evidence.
Bombshell evidence, he said he had.
We just sent people on wellness checks saying that we were beating our kid. I wasn't home. They were all sleeping. I work for a living and I don't go out.
Why is it so quiet?
You know, I was working and then on my break I was watching.
Can you guys hear that? Can't hear it.
We got some bombshell information. Let's go. I know you might be sleeping. You'll hear it in the morning. Let's go. Maybe you should tag some friends.
He's like, nobody was there, by the way.
Can't do it on this phone, so you have to do this one. Maybe you should all why are you talking? They just kicked my door in on a wellness check saying I was beating my kid. She's laughing. Then she's going to go elderly services. So I think in my head.
He accuses me of being a pedophile.
All right, let's just drop it. I'm going to hang it up, right? And then I'm going to put it. I broke my hand. Look at my hand.
Hey, so the person texting me right now, don't text it to me. Facebook message it to me so I can just have it on my computer. If he's live right now, I'm calling him right now. I don't know. He's got so many goddamn pages. I don't know which one to call. So which one should I call? Which one do I call for Giannetti? This guy never gets old, by the way. Should I call this one?
Obviously, it ain't working.
Let's call him right here. Is this the one? Nope, that one doesn't work. How about another one? If you know which one Giannetti's on, if you know which stream he's on, please just DM it to me on Facebook. Okay, he's on Instagram. Okay, let me pull this one up. Call the mic one, he says. Okay. Well, I heard he's live on Instagram. Is that right? By the way, Turtleboy's on Instagram. Go give us a follow at Turtleboy Daily News. Is he live right now? This doesn't look live. What? Are you guys really believing this shit, pervert? What's this? God, he's retarded.
Diddly. Fucking straight rip dog.
What I thought, does anybody have a good link I can use? Send me a good link. I don't know what that does. So somebody said call the Mike Giannetti one. Okay, so I'll call Mike Giannetti. Let me pull this one up. Mike Giannetti. Call him this way. Here we go. I can't believe he posted that fucking picture of his son. That video. That's scary. Yo. Hey. Hello.
What's up, you fucking ripper?
I'm a ripper? What do you mean?
You fucking straight skin dog. Oh my God, I got you.
You got
Everybody
me?
go on my site right after he's done. I got paperwork on you.
You got sauces?
Done.
You got no sauces.
I got no. What about the girls at the fucking football game? You didn't do that either, right, Clarence?
What girls?
The girls, the 60,000 people that wanted.
Lisa Hainsworth, you mean?
Oh, you didn't want. You didn't sexually assault nobody at a football game?
No, I didn't.
No, oh, you didn't?
No, that was you. You're the one that's raped multiple women. By the way, how about this one?
I never raped anybody, Clarence.
Oh,
All you do is lie.
oh, really? How about? Oh, I got some
Where's
for you,
the
Giannetti.
paperwork?
Oh,
Where's
I
the
got the
paperwork?
sauces. I got some receipts.
Bring the paperwork on.
Oh, well, no, we're going to talk about.
Offensive.
We are going to talk about a woman named Katie Wheeler right now. Does that name ring a bell? Is the name?
Katie Wheeler. Yeah, Katie
yeah,
Wheeler was my ex-girlfriend.
Oh, we're going to talk about her. We got some sauces.
Let's talk about her.
Oh, yeah, let's see what she has to say.
Her.
Oh, did you see what she had to say about you?
I know what Katie Wheeler had to say.
Oh, did you?
Becca caught her online, caught her on the phone, begging me to come back to the hotel.
Well, let's find out what she had to say, shall we?
Oh, I left her at the hotel. Yeah.
Okay, well,
I know about Katie Wheeler.
This
her
was
brothers were still chilling with me. She's cried fucking rape 19 times.
Oh, so you raped her 19 times. That's great news.
I don't lie, Clarence,
great news.
like
great
you.
News. What?
No. She said, right? I didn't go in the shower to fuck her. So she's looking at my dick, seeing if I got herpes and shit.
That's normal.
And we start to have sex, and she nods up, and she starts freaking out. She's a fucking weirdo. I'm banging her head off the thing. Why would she be looking at my dick for herpes and warts if she naked on the side of the bed?
What?
Right? If she wasn't gonna fuck me. And then my Caitlin and Becca's a citizen. They're like, come back to the hotel, blah, blah, blah. And I have her messaging me and liking my pictures for the next 6 months. Go back and do your research, Clarence.
Well, I just did. So let me here's the research. This is what Katie Wheeler says.
Every day, how's your kid? How's your kid? Who the fuck talks to a rapist? How's your kid? Let's meet up. Let's hang out. I know she was at the shelter. I fucking gave her a ride.
Oh, you gave her a ride at the shelter. That's great.
No, not to the shelter.
Was she awake for that? Was she
shelter.
awake when you gave her a ride at the shelter?
Listen to me.
Okay.
Bro.
Okay, bro.
She went to a hotel with me and was all fucked up, and so wasn't. She fucking started passing out. I thought. She got mad. I left. I don't fuck corpses.
Well, you don't. Corpses. You create corpses. We know that. You fuck.
Well, we got high, but we got high, but go. She's been liking my pages and my things for a year. She just stopped when she went to the shelter. Do your research.
Okay, parents. So let me read my research to you. He raped me while I was overdosed and brought me back when he was finished with me.
Oh my God.
Most fucked up shit I've heard, let alone it happening to me. My PTSD is all over the place. I still am not even allowed myself to be friends with this loser afterwards. Because that's what rape victims do. You raped her.
Go back on my Facebook.
You raped her.
She's a liar.
Rapist.
She wants attention.
Okay, so it goes.
She passed out and I stopped fucking her. That's the truth.
Oh, you fuck. Okay, so you started fucking her when she was passed out, and then you're like, this is boring.
Fucking nodded out and I stopped and I left.
Oh yeah, so she was nodded out and you were having sex with her.
Yeah.
Oh, so you raped her. Okay, thank you. Thank you for clearing that up. That's gonna get clipped. I know you don't. You just admitted to rape.
I fucked her in the shower 10 minutes before that, you idiot.
Oh, so you had sex with her in the shower, so it's okay when you gave her a bunch of heroin, she overdosed, and then you fucked her while she was passed out. That's okay.
The girl had her own heroin. She got been getting high for years.
It was BYOH,
dude,
so it's okay.
Lie.
Oh,
what
okay.
About your shit, Clarence? What about your shit now? I tell you the truth. The whole year after, she likes my pictures. I got pictures with her brother. She's been crying that shit. Every time she's mad at somebody, she says that. This girl's crying. Please.
And I watched the stream with you yesterday on your YouTube channel, and I saw Caitlin on there, and you were yelling at her because you told her you got warrants. And she didn't know that.
Whoa, wait a minute. I was what? I couldn't hear you.
On your stream on YouTube yesterday, it was like a long stream, and Caitlin was on there, and you guys got in a fight at the end because you told her that you got warrants out.
I don't have any warrants out.
That's what you told Caitlin. We all saw it on the YouTube.
I went to the police station. I got no warrants. You're going to jail.
You just admitted to rape. So let me go on reading this. She goes on to say,
it's a no rape.
I realized how stupid that I was. I ended up blocking and deleting him. I used him for drugs at one point in time when I was getting high and not in a good place, but never slept with him. I would just lead him on and say things that he wanted to hear, but never in my life did I ever expect him to fucking fuck my unconscious overdosing body because he realized I wasn't going to ever sleep with him. So he chose to take advantage of me in an emergency situation. It's fucked, honestly, and this is actually my first time sharing in public, but it needs to be told. People need to know how much this dude is fucked, how much she's a piece of shit. I could have fucking died.
My son the whole time he talks to me is my friend.
Oh,
I'll show you messages right now. I'll download them right to you.
So she didn't.
Right when we get off the phone. Can I do it right now to my fucking Instagram?
So you think that proves something?
Back?
You think that proves something that she liked your page?
If somebody raped you, would you fucking keep? Yeah.
Yes, rape victims frequently do that.
On.
Yes. Listen to this monster.
I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna go on.
Listen
my
to this monster.
Instagram.
Yes, Giannetti. I know you're unfamiliar with.
Fine, Katie Wheeler. You're so fucking stupid.
You're the one that raped her.
Katie, you're so dumb. We're gonna find Katie Wheeler.
You raped Katie Wheeler.
Right,
justice for Katie Wheeler. Justice for Katie Wheeler.
Justice for Katie Wheeler.
Yeah, justice for Katie Wheeler.
You're so fucking dumb.
Yeah.
It's my messenger. Hold on, it's on my messenger. You don't lose messages from messenger.
Hey, are you living in low income housing with your dad, Caitlin, and the baby at Georgetown Homes? Are you living with your dad, Caitlin, and the baby at Georgetown Homes in Hyde Park? That would make your dad lose his voucher. We researched you, right?
Go on my other site.
We researched you, right?
Hold on, I
found out about that.
I got like fucking 19.
Yeah. Did we lose him? Oh, the truth is coming out. Did we lose Giannetti? He has discount. Should we call him back? So, I mean, this is insane. So I haven't even had a chance to keep up with all this shit that he's been posting. But apparently he paid for Truth Finder. So he actually paid some agency. And on the Truth Finder thing, what did it say? It just says my name and where I live. So he actually paid money for that. And he thinks it's proof that I'm a sex offender or something. I don't know. But I'll tell you one thing. There ain't any women out there going on record on Facebook accusing me of having sex with their unconscious body. You guys heard him all there. He admitted on here. He's like, I raped her. Yeah. So she was passed out and unconscious. But she liked my Facebook post afterwards. So I couldn't have done it. If anybody has any links, send them to me. We can do this for a little bit more. Send me the links. I don't have time to search for them. Just send me the links if you got them. Yeah, I mean, how many people has he killed? How many women has he raped? I don't know. I wonder what he thinks about white privilege. Who do you think Mike Giannetti voted for? You think Giannetti voted? Okay, I just got the link to his YouTube. I am getting the whole report. Is this live? Let me see.
Hey, we know Paul. We know Mary is his mother. Are you guys listening to this?
Let's talk about my mom.
We know it. I already knew that. Wow. Mary's his mother, Mary. You'll be going to jail for now. If you keep it up, I will put him in jail for fucking saying he's gonna take my kid. If you stop,
who's he talking to?
If you stop and get him some help and we have him leave me alone. Are you crazy? Look at this fucking list. You people are cooked up. This is not.
Oh, is this Amanda he's yelling at?
Motherfucker. This is fucking facts. You fucking dummy. Facts. Why do all these names, everyone in his family?
Oh.
I made it up. What do you mean? How can somebody have the same thing? Well, you know what? What's this? I don't want to play the lottery then because I'm making shit tonight. Yo, it's no.
My sausage.
Listen, you know what? You know what?
What does he hold? He holds up his phone here?
Don't touch this kid on my fucking Gmail, idiot. See it going?
You have a slide that you didn't tell us. That's called
What are you talking about, wiretapping? He's had me live on fucking everything.
Yeah, and I always tell you you're live. Yeah, the heater just came on. You gotta love that. Hold on. He's got other videos you gotta see here. The GSD mixtape. I'm subscribing. I'm hitting the subscribe button. Oh, what are these videos? Liar. This one's called. This one's also called Liar. He has sent me these, and he thinks they prove. Oh, this is the one. This is the one where he's arguing with his girlfriend in the background.
All right, you guys. You see now, so you just figure out why a fucking dude like this would like to put kids on fucking YouTube and laugh at them. Said they're gonna take them and give them a sex change and.
Oh, he's talking about how we're gonna make his son transgender.
Right now, is Mike? He's just all fucked up.
It's gonna be his choice, Mike. It's gonna be his choice.
Let's see, because DCF will definitely take his kid.
Hey, Giannetti, why don't you come on here?
Maybe you should all log in. Come on, mixtape cheat.
So I'm gonna go to the 44-minute mark where he starts arguing with Caitlin, and you can kind of hear him in the background. Check this out.
All little diddlers. I just showed you guys. You need me to show you again?
No, I believe you, but I'm just saying what they're freaking saying because they're talking in the chat, but they won't come into the group.
I know they won't. Listen, I'll show you. I have a picture. Amanda, you're off. See you later. You guys got nothing to say no more. Go on the sex event. Everybody's looking already, so I don't need to even hear from you.
Looking at the wrong fucking list, you idiot.
No, I fucking ain't.
Oh, by the way, he also faked his own death last night.
No, I ain't.
You gotta see this. I'm getting so much shit. People are sending me so much right now. Giannetti. Okay, hold on. This is gonna be a long show, I think. Oh, let me pause this video. We'll come back to the video. I don't know if this is the same video I watched last night, but you gotta see what he posted. This is fucking crazy. Stop screen, share. Here, check this out. This is what he posted last night, and he claimed that I hacked him, that I did this. He goes, Michael died last night. I ask for some respect while we mourn, please. And then he's claiming that I hacked him and posted that on his page. At first, I was worried his son's name was Michael, because when I adopt this kid, we're renaming him. He's going to be Aiden Jr. That little child, that's Aiden Jr. And he claimed he died. So this is a perfectly normal thing for Mike Giannetti to do. He did not die. Unfortunately, he's still with us, sadly, and will be for at least, 4 or 5 more years tops. So is this the video where he starts yelling at Caitlin?
Hang it up, right? Because I don't need to hear I was high on this, right? This is what site you go on. It's very, very easy. Type in sex offender list in Worcester,
okay,
Jefferson, or Amherst, Mass.
Amherst.
All right.
I'm a sex offender in Amherst.
In the other room, it says all about the school and all that other shit. I don't got time to report all that, but I'll be getting a post on that. Diane, I don't see you writing too much shit. I hung up, Sarah. I'm done.
Okay, other people are messaging me. Let me make sure I get the right videos here. Go to the 48-minute video called Liar. That's the one I'm on. This is Turtleboy Exposed. Okay, I got to go to the Liar video. All right, so this one is called Liar. Okay, this is the one. Check, this is the one that I watched yesterday. It's him watching the show. And then all of a sudden, I'm going to change his gender. Look at him. Look at that face. You're going to change my kid's agenda, he says. Look at him. He's having a... That guy's high as shit.
You guys should know. I talked about it.
So then, okay. Now, here's the deal. You got to understand. In the foreground, he's so stupid. He has playing some sort of tutorial about how to, grow your YouTube audience. He's watching a tutorial about how to grow an audience on YouTube, and he forgets to turn it off. And so it's in the foreground you're hearing this. In the background, he's yelling at Caitlin. So let's check this out.
Bennett Diaries. Each of these involved fictional characters who talk to each other. to be conversational. The hit series Convos with My 2-Year-Old, ironically, isn't conversational at all. The actors don't talk to the camera, but what the creators do is occasionally upload a video like this. Hello, Internet. We wanted to answer a bunch of your comments, questions. There's been thousands of them.
There's Caitlin.
Even. So even just making videos like that every once in a while is a great way to connect with your audience. However you want to do it, being conversational can help build that bond between you and your fans. A question for you, what creators have you seen who are really good
I want to see when he yells at her.
in different ways, from answering fan questions to
When he's like, I got warrants.
And yours. You can also ask them for ideas on what you should make next. Look at the comments, look at the likes and dislikes. It's a good idea to
Is this the
listen
one?
to.
Hold on. God, his streams suck. Where is this? Is this at his uncle's or his dad's Section 8 apartment in Hyde Park in the Georgetown projects? I think what's his name is gone. I haven't seen him in forever.
One, who's next, you decide. With every episode,
I hear you. You hear him yelling?
part of the process.
Here we go,
of
listen.
the channel. So, what ways can you be interactive? Write down a few ways that your channel or series could involve the audience. It can be a lot of fun for your viewers. And good for your channel.
You can't go to West Roxbury Court.
Consistency. Are there strong recurring elements to your idea? Talk to any top YouTubers, and one of the first things they'll tell you is that consistency is critical to a channel's success. But
Did you guys hear what he said there? He goes, you can't go. He's screaming at her, going, you can't go to West Roxbury Court. And then he goes, I got a warrant out. Listen, he says it.
to your idea.
Carefully.
Any top YouTubers, and one of the first things they'll tell you is that consistency is critical to a channel's success. But consistency means different things depending on who you ask.
Oh, we got somebody at Turtle Writer has transcribed this.
You gotta release your videos on specific days of the week.
She goes, you got a warrant out and you're putting it on TV. This was transcribed as saying, Mike says, you can't go to West Roxbury Court. That's why we unintelligible, the computer. I got a warrant out for me and they put it all on the TV. Mike throws something or maybe a slap noise. Then Caitlin says, are you serious? He says, what? And she goes, you got a warrant out? And he goes, I don't know. That's what he was saying. And Caitlin says, and you put it on TV? It's on TV. And Mike says, no, it was sent to me. And she goes, it's on TV? And he says, he was trying to help me. And Caitlin says, probably going to take the baby. Probably going to take the baby. And Mike says, no, he's not. And then they start yelling. Hold on.
It's on TV every Saturday.
And then Caitlin doesn't know it's being recorded.
Every Saturday. This is a great way to engage my audience, knowing that I have content coming
got
every
the
Saturday.
fucking
It creates a sense of
tutorial up the whole time.
and anticipation. For example, it's Thursday night, and I'm excited for tomorrow. You know why? Because I know that you upload your awesome
No, he's not.
videos every Friday. Other creators will tell you consistency is all about having the same personality, the face of the channel. The videos may change, but the same person or people are in them every month. There are also consistent formats, but their face will be clearly
She doesn't realize it's recorded. Look at her. Hi, Caitlin.
These are all formats that are consistent episode to episode. Each also have a consistent opening sequence, consistent segments, show, consistent branding, and consistent tagging. Lastly, there's consistency of voice. Now, I'm not talking about literal voice, but a tone or theme to the channel that never changes. Vice News is a good example of this. Their documentaries are always raw and real.
She can't figure out how to turn it off.
Watching a video with Vice News. So, one of the ways your series idea will be consistent video to video.
And there's the end of that. Okay. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That's too much. Too much. All right. Anything else, guys, before we call it a night? Am I missing anything on Giannetti? I feel like I'm missing a lot. Somebody said he just posted. What did he just post? He's yelling at you. Okay. That's not really relevant. Let's see. Anything else we're missing here? He's smoking crack. Okay. I'll watch all these another time. I could talk about him all night long. All I know is if he's really living with his Pa Dukes, in the Section 8 house there in Hyde Park in the Georgetown projects. Dad could lose his voucher for that. So might want to watch out for that, Giannetti. Should I call him one more time for old time's sake? Let's just call him. Maybe he had a bad connection. Calling him one more time. And then we'll call it a night, okay? Hey.
Hey, motherfucker, I showed you the messages. Now I'm going to check my messages. There was 2 girls that was listening. You're not going to believe Caitlin, so I'm not even going to call her. There was another girl listening at the hotel when she called back, begging me to come back. And all fucking time that my girl and her were pregnant, she was calling me. Oh, I want to see your baby. Oh, this, oh, that. And then I said, yo, is that my baby? Because I had slept with her right around the same time. And I was like, I'll tell your fucking boyfriend. She's like, you do that. I'll tell everyone you were raped. All right? You're going to you say people lie about you and fuck your life over. All right? She's a fucking liar. Okay? Melinda, I showed you the stripper picture. She fucking does shows in her bathroom. Why? This is what I mean. If you fight for all these people that fucking are the weak and fucking this and that, right? Why don't you fucking ever believe a goddamn thing I said when I admit everything to you?
Because you're the predator.
I am not a predator,
You are
buddy.
a predator. Yeah.
I would be in jail.
You should be in jail, and you have been in jail.
Yes, I've been in jail 9 times, buddy, for drugs.
Yeah, because you're an awful person.
No, I haven't been in jail for 10 years. I got 1 case I'm going through now. I got pulled over 13 times.
You were in jail 2 weeks ago.
No, I wasn't. They fucking dismissed the case once I mentioned your name.
Oh, that's what did it? Just mentioning Turtleboy got you out of jail?
No, not mention my name. The guy made me move the car, and I was out of the car cleaning it.
You know why you're out of jail, right? Everybody knows why, because you're a confidential informant. Everybody knows this.
I've never been a confidential informant in my life. Why would I go to jail 9 times, you idiot?
Because you should have been longer. You got out early.
They don't put you in jail if you're a confidential informant.
Sure they do. Because they can't keep you out of jail. It'd be too obvious.
Clarence, stop now. They don't put you in jail.
No. First of all, it's Clarence.
Know that.
My name's Clarence,
you know
okay?
That.
Not Clarence. Clarence. Thank you.
I know that. Why did you guys change your name? Why did they make all these rumors about you? Why do they do that?
Who's
so
they?
You can't fucking understand what I went through with one girl.
Yeah, you raped more than one girl.
I didn't rape. I told you, I admitted I had sex with her. Started to fall asleep. I left.
While she was passed out, you had sex with her.
Listen to me. I was already fucking her in the hotel all day.
Yeah, when
she's fucking nodded out, and the girls heard it. Come back.
She was nodded out. You having sex with her.
If somebody raped you in your ass, would you keep talking to them and say, "Let's meet up with our kids" and this and that?
That happens a lot, actually. Yes, that happens a lot.
What do you mean?
Rape victims frequently keep talking and being friends with their rapist. Yes, that happens a lot.
No, and then when they get mad, they try to expose them. But I have to do everything she says.
I don't think you know much about rape. I mean, you're good at raping, but not being raped.
I was just texting my friend on the phone. I'll show you the message so you know it's not hoax. She's like, I'm feeding my baby. What's up? And I'm saying, I need your fucking help. You're the only one on the phone who's at the house. All right. If I was raping her, what?
How does he always lose? So he's a rapist, obviously. So Mike Giannetti's a rapist, a horrible person. He should be in jail for life. Fuck him. And he's making a strong case for a 1 seed in Thursday night's bracket reveal challenge. So, oh man, Giannetti, he's going to want to win this turn. He's going to be like campaigning again. I have a feeling he's going to win. I have a feeling he's going to win the whole thing. So yes, he did a hit and run. He said no. I mean, he did a hit and run on a live show. We all saw that. You know, it is what it is. All right. Any more questions, guys, before we call it a night? About that. It's been a good show for sure. Can't wait for Thursday night. Yeah, did we talk about who's going to be the 1 seeds this year? Let me see. Let me hear some candidates for 1 seeds this year in this year's tournament. I don't know if it was as obvious as last year's. Who the one? Oh, Hadassah was a 1 seed last year. She got upset. I mean, everybody thought Kay Peter was going to win too, so you got to play the game, you know? Giannetti beats Gonzaga. Definitely Monica Cannon Grant. All right. So anyway, I guess we will all see you guys for the next episode of Turtle Boy Live on whatchamacallit, on Thursday night for the bracket reveal. All right. Peace, Turtle Riders.